hands to sit on. You put a clean one over top, and now what they have is something to rest on while you're working. It's a three color buffer, so white and black makes gray, so we're going to use it with the black first, the white, and then the gray. When we get to buffing, we are going to use the a nail file. It's a 240 by 240, and so that it's a pretty fine nail file. It's not really coarse to file the nails. You do have a nail brush just in case somebody came with quite maybe gardening or something and their hands are very, very dirty, then you could buff with the nail. We have an orange stick that we're going to put on a piece of cotton batten after, and this is what we're going to use for helping the cuticles. And we also have a Hindu stone, which we would get wet and also can use it for the cuticles. With that, you would cover up your supplies until you're going to use them. We're going to start right from the beginning of manicure procedure. The first thing that you would do, have your clients remove their jewelry. Take the hand sanitizer and you can put it into each hand, like into each person's hands, the practitioners and the clients. It's more for the practitioner than it is even for the client. With everything that you're going to need, you have it written into the book, but you do have your manicure bowl, and with that you're going to need some kind of citrus soak. There's also some really neat little sanitizing sizzlers. You just pop one of those in, and what that does is it sanitizes the client's fingernails. Okay. You need some warmer water. Now with this, because it's from a kettle, we're also going to add some tap water. And then, it's pretty warm. You don't want to burn your clients. You want to make sure that it's a temperature that can be tolerable. Your right hand, and just place it in there. If it's too warm, tell me. If it's too cold, okay. So then what you're going to do is also check hangnails, or else if they have any infections in here. Debbie has none, so it's not any issue with it. She has no bruises, cuts, or contrusions. You might check for also in case the client has warts or anything. A lot of times it's not an issue. In this case, all we're doing is their fingernails. What you would want to check, though, and it is in your book, is the nail funguses. With that, there are times where you might have to either not do a client or send them to an esthetician or somebody else who has that kind of knowledge to look after the nails. If they do have just a mild fungus, and again it's in your textbook, then with it, if you want to continue, make sure that you wear like a painter's mask, because you are filing, and that way you're protecting yourself also. Now if they had nail polish on, Debbie doesn't have any nail polish on, but if they did, this is where you would remove the nail polish, and with that you can purchase these little one-touch pumps, and with the flat cotton pads you just push down, the nail polish remover comes off. You would then take the finger and remove it. If the nail polish won't come off exactly, then what you can do is make sure that your Q-tip is dipped into the nail polish remover, and then you can also get into the creases. You also can purchase these little nail polish remover pens, and they would just get into also all the creases. Cuticle remover, there are different brands of cuticle remover. Now on somebody, depending with their fingers, now with Debbie's you can see that her cuticles are looked after, And so with that, she wouldn't even really need cuticle remover because there's not much there to take. But if somebody had quite a bit of cuticle to remove, and we're talking right into the bottoms, then you can use the cuticle eraser, and what it will do is it works on taking it off for you. So she doesn't need any, but if you did, I'll just demonstrate one little tiny drop goes onto the client's cuticle. Just a little bit, and then you would massage it in and let it sit, and you would do that with each finger, and then we are going to start with the filing right away. So you'd let it sit. This one here is a brand that you can let it just sit on. There's some brands though you have to instantly take nail. You would go with a 1, 2, and a longer 3, always in the same direction one way, and then on the other side same, 1, 2, 3, and you would do that a few times until the nail is to the shape of the client's wish. So nails can be different shapes. Some people like it straight across. Some people like just the corners at a 45. Some people like it rounder. You have to find out what your client really wants. Okay, so you would do that with each and every nail until all the nails are filed to the wish of the client. You're going to take a little piece off, put it onto the tip of the orange stick, and turn it. You get this wet, so you put it into the citrus soak that they're in. Again, you're going to start with the pinky, and now what you're doing is you're just coming into the cuticle area of each finger. If you have too much cotton, just take a little bit off. Just redo it. So you'll know exactly how much you need once you're into there. Now on here, you're rubbing more onto the sides. Be very careful when you go into the cuticle at the back. So you would do it with each fingernail. If it isn't coming off with the orange stick, you can use the Hindu stick. And again, lightly, make sure you wet it first. Lightly go in, moving up. Just keep getting it wet. And it will remove a lot of the dead skin. And with your orange stick, you can get in there too. We are going to buff the nails. So we're going to start with the black to the white to the gray with each nail. And you just come across. A little bit of oil. You're going to put a drop on each nail right at the cuticle, right where the lunar is. And now you're going to massage each one of them in. While that's soaking in, you can take the opposite end to the orange stick, and you would just lightly go underneath just to clean out their nails underneath. So closer to the skin, just making a fine line. Again, not too deep. You just want to go to their natural. It's a hand peel, and we put it on. If it's a little cold, just warm it up into your own hands. And you're going to put it on. There are different ways a person can start, because some people go right up to the arm, and you can just rub it into the hand so that you're just kind of rubbing it on. And now you're going to give just a little bit of a massage. It is gritty, so just be a little careful that you're not going to go too deep on them. And you're going to give them just a little bit of a massage. with it. So you have a choice. Most people take the warm towel and take one hand off at a time, then do the other one. Some people do both at the same time. For the sake of the video, I'm going to do both. Start from the top, come down off the fingers, and do that again. Just switch your towel around. You shouldn't have leftover product on them. And right at the moment, we're going to put on quite a bit of cream. Just onto the hand area. We're not doing a massage. What we're doing is we're going to put the cream on to their hands. We're giving a little bit of a massage, but we're just leaving it on so you actually want to still see cream on them, on both hands. And what this does is it coats it just before you do the paraffin dip, and with the paraffin dip, the cream actually helps to moisturize. Okay. Wow. So with this, you have the paraffin dip inside. So it's this one here's a peach smell inside. It is a wax, so it is going to be warm. You can get the paraffin machines at London Drugs or Costco. Some different places have them in different sizes. This one will fit actually a man size 12. Depending on the person, so you can do feet or hands in it. And so what you're going to have the client do is usually they stand up, they have the cream on, and they are going to put their hand in without touching the bottom and then come up without flicking. And if they can, right over the wrist, and then come back up. And you just let them drip for a second, and you'll see that the color goes from shiny to kind of a wax museum look, and you have them do it one more time. And as soon as it kind of just gives a little bit of a dry there so that the shiny isn't so shiny, you have them put them into a bag. You can buy the plastic bags at any spa wholesaler. And then you have, this is just like a little terry cloth. With arthritis, this is wonderful for. Yeah, fibromyalgia, yeah. Yeah. And same for the practitioner. Yeah, I mean, that's a good point. For the practitioner, this is awesome for healing themselves. And now the client is going to sit there for anywhere for 5 minutes to 15, some people even 20. And you just allow them to sit. While they're sitting, you can clean up your station. So when you're going to take off the wax, you can take off the little booties. And so with it, the easiest way to do it is just to kind of get the bag a little bit kind of cuffed. And then I'm actually going to peel the wax off. And because of the cream, it should all just slip right off and into the bag. And so the hand pretty much would have nothing left. If you don't use cream, sometimes it sticks. Now with the excess wax, you just huck it. And I mean, if it doesn't come off, then you just go back and grab it. You're going to take your cream, but this time you're actually coming right up into the arm. And now we're going to give a little bit of a massage with this. Their hands should be nice and warm. Mine probably are ice cold. And you want to give a massage into the arm. So again, some slower, longer moves is more relaxing. If you do short little moves, it's more stimulating. And what you're going to do is just kind of get into the meat of the hand. If you know hand reflexology, you could do some of that. You can take a towel and take a little bit off. So you just want to take a bit of the oil off of the nails so that you guys can put the nail polish on. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to start with the base coat. You can roll it if you need to mix them up. With the nails, most people go with one with the center, and then one to the side, one with the other side, and you would do that with all the nails. So, with the nail polish next. If you get a little bit more on, there are cheats that you can have to remove it. So there is nail polish remover pens. Your orange stick, dip it into your polish remover and then clean it up.